Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is December 29th, 2023, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, markets wavering going into the end of the year as to be expected as we're trading on lighter volume. No major economic events scheduled for today. So as we look at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, we're watching the euro tapering lower after that breakout. And as we're looking at the indices, both the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ on their highs and holding strong. And looking at commodities, gold remains unchanged while oil selling off. Now looking at the stocks, Tesla selling off over $11 a share. Now lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin remains unchanged. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here's things to keep in context going into the last day of 2023 of our trading session. Markets will be wavering. Monday is a national holiday, which will be New Year's, and the markets are closed. So with that said, just keep in mind that the markets will probably waver as people are taking and making an extended weekend into not working on this Friday today. And you saw that already from yesterday. So I wouldn't jump into this and say, wow, it's going to be a great trading day. I'd expect choppiness from the markets just in general. Now the euro tapering off its highs of 111.70-ish level at 110.70-ish level, 100 pips. You know, that's a decent trade for one day. But that was a fade opportunity that happened yesterday. Now, the markets are choppy, so I'm not going to jump into it too much. I do want to highlight the fact that the Turkish lira continues to make new lows. We're at record lows here at 29.50. We had a gap up this morning, okay, as you can see that, and that continuously making new lows as we're closing in the year, closing off to 30. Now, this has depreciated over the past year, just amazing. We've mentioned it several times, and there's nothing else to say about it. It's just trending lower, just short and hold, and that seems to be the case here with the Turkish lira. Now, jumping into commodities, gold really unchanged, while oil sliding. Now, looking at oil, it's been in a choppy kind of market, and it looked like it was trending higher. It didn't, and I mentioned that it wasn't going to be trending higher, and sure enough, it breaking lower at $72 a barrel. Now, jumping into the U.S. markets, they're on their dead highs. The Dow Jones on 38,000, and also the NASDAQ on 17,011. And this 111-ish level, right? And this is basically showing us how strong it really is. And we're going into the end of the year as what we'd be expected to, because the stocks are strong. So let's break it down. So the biggest stock that I think that was a mega hit this past week was JP Morgan, hitting new yearly highs for 2023. It's off of its all-time highs by $3, so it's not a big deal. The other major companies, Apple holding some strength here, but the one that really held the strength is Facebook, 358. Again, off of its highs for the year, only about 10 to 15 points, but relatively for a stock that was trading at 80-ish levels, okay, over the past year and a half, to come back to this is just huge. So it's a really noteworthy piece to digress to. Intel also has been very strong. The chip makers have been a very strong segment. Not just that, but also NVIDIA and AMD have been super strong. And the market has really returned in a big way when we look at chip makers. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin had a wedge formation that then flatlined and now is testing its lows. Now, we're at a point where we're not going higher, but we're not going lower, and it's going to break out in one of the two sides. And it seems to be that if it continues to test the downward side and the red line, which represents, as you can see here on the graph, represents the 8-day moving average. If it crosses over the blue line, which is the 30-day moving average, that'll probably be a sell signal that to consider. So keep that in mind going into 2024. I want to wish everybody a healthy, happy, beautiful weekend, and responsibly. Okay? God bless and have a good New Year's. Thank you.